All right, all right. Let's move that camera up a bit. There's a lamp in the way. Hmm. Ah, good enough. All right. I hope everyone is fine. It's coffee time. It's drawing time. Oh, what a extremely fantastic number on Twitch. I will show you. 20,000 views. How pleasant number isn't that? But for me, obviously. Then someone else is going to have a different number. Hey, good morning, Kuru, Atsuki, Dear Bard, all the good people of the world. It's a good number, 20,000 even. So today I chose this Gambit mask, very warm palette. It's going to be interesting to see with what topic it's going to be. Hey Ohms, hey Eric, how's everyone doing? First of all, thanks everyone who came on to the Saturday stream for the 2-week challenge. It was lots of fun. I got a little bit tired towards the end there, but I think it wasn't showing too much. But yeah, it was a really cool stream. Fun to do, lots of paint overs, lots fun to see everyone's contribution to the challenge. It was really good fun. Hey, Captain Jetlag, good morning. So let's throw some topics my way and let's get it going. Hey, Hellraiser, you're back. Oh, it's my pleasure, Holmes. Thanks for being a part of the community. Streaming Goo Factory. That's interesting. Grim Reaper. Old Portrait. Ooh, I'd like Old Portrait. Glow on the Horizon. All right, we got topics. Let's roll the dice. Dice is rolling. Number 4. So rigged. Obviously rigged. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Glow on the Horizon by Atsuki. That is the correct topic, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Glow on the Horizon. Atsuki again. Atsuki's been winning lately. Thanks for the host of you. It's always number 4. Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is. It's this channel and number 4. I think I need to build my whole career around number 4 here. I think we're onto something. Thanks, Master777, for the host. Much appreciated. Captain Jetlag, yeah. So, what topic was glow on the horizon? Ooh, glow on the horizon. Glow on the horizon. Obviously, my mind went environment. But glow on the horizon. Glow on the horizon. In all actuality, I will take the topic glow on the horizon and make a creature design. I felt like I want to do a creature design today, and it's going to be the idea how I came up with the idea glow on the horizon was what's that glow on the horizon. So I want to make sort of a fire bug. demon or something. Let's go with some comfort zone demon, glow on the horizon type thing. Okay, so let's take that, go darker. Hey, Rogue 13 Polycount, thanks for the host. Ohms. Yeah, it's a nice palette. I thought I'd go with warm tones today. So obviously the palette would suit the idea of forcing it into some sort of fire thing. So that's one good thing. Or maybe actually could be more of like a massive monster. I think that could also be interesting. Like a walking mountain, a burning mountain. Massive. Did you guys a couple of years ago on E3 there was this company that was showing off their new game. It was like a PlayStation exclusive, I think, and their whole selling point was giant enemy crabs. Do you guys remember that? Like instant meme that happened. Everything was a giant enemy crab. Uh, man, I remember that. It was such a bad reveal. Like, yeah, poor developers. Those, yeah, I don't know. In a way, you should wear that badge with honor, like getting it memed on internet. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be so happy with it. Oh, you started thinking about Horizon Zero Dawn with the glow in the horizon. Oh yeah, yeah. First, I was like, oh, how could you think about Horizon Zero Dawn for that? And then I read the topic, and it became obvious. That's funny, dear boy. That's really cool. Maybe he's your nephew. Um, has a natural sense for colors. You should do some small like tests with him. Give him like a part of the color wheel and ask him to put the colors as he thinks they should be in the right order. Which color comes first? And just observe, see what he does. A lot of people um, topic of colors and palette. A lot of people, or not a lot of people, but some uh, guy I know always complains that I use warm palettes, like with fire, etc., too much. But I can't help it. I love a warm palette. For me, it's my favorite colors are browns and reds and uh, just heat. I don't know. Love the look of a warm palette rather than a cool palette. For me, it's a lot more pleasant to look at. The whole, yeah, I don't know. I like cool colors. Yeah, they're boring. I think cool colors for me is the most like appetizing. You can look at it and just enjoy the tones. Uh, like my wife, she loves cool tones way more than warm. She always complains, like, especially in photos. She thinks photos look boring in warm tones. But I love looking at warm tones in photos. I always like, you grade your photos when you take them on the phone, right? Like Instagram grading or etc. etc. I always end up choosing a warm grading. I don't know. I just think it suits photos and pictures with warm tones. And I think if I would paint a painting, I would definitely choose warm tones first. Looking back at my favorite paintings, they're all probably warm. Korea. Next topic has to be giant enemy crab. Bad. It was so bad. You should try to kind of Google it after the stream. Um, giant enemy crab, and hopefully you'll get the correct order. Like of where it came from, and uh, I don't know, but that was such a facepalm moment. I remember in the live event, they were like, "Oh yeah, and giant enemy crabs." I think some huge enemy crab came over the horizon, kind of, and it just became this super mundane, boring fight scene with just a huge enemy crab. Internet obviously picked up on that on an instant, and everyone just started shitting on it. I don't even remember what game it was. It was some sort of like Final Fantasy type hack and slash type game. Uh, yeah, and they just completely got ruined. Yeah, there we go, Schmaze. Yeah. So good. And then people started copy pasting the giant enemy crab in everything, and the memes were just more and more awful. And uh, I wonder if someone lost their job. Uh, I wonder. I mean, in a way, one would assume like the guy that decided to put the giant enemy crab in it, like, mm, sorry, but you gotta go. Like, you're not allowed to work here anymore. Hey, Coldberger Art, thanks for the host. Very much appreciated. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, like I would like to be hosted. No, thanks. It's great. Yeah, you should, Eric. It was hilarious. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. So it's Monday. Good week. I didn't have time to sort the prints out, but I promise it's coming this week. I just had to do so much, take care of my daughter. She's a bit ill still, so it was a little bit tricky to kind of get around to do everything because during the days, right, during daytime, I gotta take care of. I'm a dad, so I gotta be a dad. I can't sit and do paperwork. And at night, over the weekend, at Friday, I had to take a break. I started watching. Uh, Sorry for everyone who worked on Assassin's Creed. I did even a short stint on working on Assassin's Creed. But me and my wife started watching it, and at the beginning I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I painted this scene. Oh yeah, I painted that scene." And then both me and my wife started nodding off, like falling asleep, and it was just it was so dead. Like there was no story. There was nothing that kind of engaged me and my wife in like continuing to watch the movie. It was just so we fell asleep multiple times. Like woke up, right? Like okay, let's watch this movie, and we watched it and just nope, nope, nope. I mean, it looked beautiful. It looked awesome. You know, the characters are cool. The action is great, but yeah, it was so hard to care. The giant enemy crab guy, Kuro. Yeah, but man, Assassin's Creed was just yep, it was shame really. I wonder how well it did on cinema. I don't think it was some like super massive hit, right? It probably did quite decent, but I can't see it like being a blockbuster. Yeah, that is a good question, Kuro. How to make people care? Um, I think it's I mean, we for my me and my creative partners project, that movie we were working on, um, and writing the script, etc. It's obviously there's certain tricks you can do, like narrative tricks to ensure that the person observing the movie has on paper all the reasons to care, you know, so that like you set up the story so that there is opposition, there is the main character has a sense of purpose, you know, why is there character, why is there a need to follow the character in this movie, like why should I care what happens to the character? And you can do that by using certain tools of narrative to make sure that the viewer like understands that it's a struggle, or that you can relate to the person, that the person has emotions, that it seems like a living character, right? So it comes down to acting and all these things. And it's, I mean, obviously not all movies are able to do that, which means it's not an easy thing to do. So me just sitting and shitting on the movie, you know, it's just my opinion. I mean, I'm no filmmaker. I'm not saying I could do it better, but it's just sadly just didn't care about the movie, because I think it at the beginning, like the reason why you should care, like so I'm gonna talk about the beginning of the movie, and if you don't, if you don't want spoilers for Assassin's Creed, I mean it's not a huge spoiler. Uh, it happens in the first 5 minutes. But anyway, so he gets mock executed and goes to the secret laboratory where he travels in time, kind of. That's why you can go back. There's future element and there's past element in the movie that you jump in between. And the whole thing about him getting mock executed and all these things, like he's obviously a murderer, right? He's in death row. The movie starts out with that, and and I don't relate to a murderer, right? I don't feel sorry for someone who's going to get executed. Uh, and then he's mock executed, right? And then we start following him. He's the main character, and why should you care? And it took too long to like make me as an observer of the movie get engaged with the character of the movie because, you know, at the beginning, like I said, I don't care. I don't relate to a murderer. I don't have any reason to want to connect with that main character because he is a murderer, right? You know, it's like you set up the scene, like you see him being, you know, teary-eyed, etc., thinking he will die. He wake up. There's chaos. There's whatever, you know. But you don't care because it happened so early. There's nothing that makes you have any reason to even, you know, be bothered. And then it quickly goes into just action, and the action, because you don't care about the person, the action is not intriguing. You're just looking at the action for the action's sake. And then it just kind of continues like that, and you get a little bit of character, um, like interaction with other people at that facility, and you're slowly starting to build some sort of connection. But I think they did it the wrong way, where halfway in maybe you start caring about the characters, but the whole first half then just becomes pointless, you know. So that's a little bit what I just felt like hard to be engaged and follow the movie when you don't care about it, and, you know, just fall asleep. But that's my opinion of the movie, obviously. It's not a review or anything. Hey, Kuro, good morning. Svensson, I meant. How's it going, Svensson? How was your weekend? I love by the way, that you guys already started working on the 2 week challenge. Already thumbnails coming up on Discord and all these things. It's fantastic. Yeah, and I on the topic of having some fun things to watch. Um, oh, that's good, Svensson, that you're getting money. That's great. On the topic of watching things, I stumbled on random YouTubing on this dating show that's was recorded in UK called First Dates, I think. Um, hilarious TV show. Blind dates. They don't know each other, and they only know like name, what they kind of look like from a photo, and their profession, I think. And and it's such a funny thing to look at. Some dates just horrible, and yeah, like cringe moments, and uh, you know, cute moments and all these things. But man, certain certain pairings of people just make for hilarious situations and awkwardness, and oh man, it was so funny. It's so funny to watch. I mean, they have, I don't know how many seasons of it, like 7 or 8, I think. But watching it was it was good. It's good. would be cool, maybe to have a melting belly. Get drops of it. It's called First Dates. The TV show is called First Dates. I mean, if you YouTube it, you'll definitely find some. It's not a perfect versions for copyright reasons because I think it's Channel 4 UK Channel 4 exclusive or something. But it is on YouTube. I mean, you can use a VPN to access it on um, Channel 4's website as well. And if you're in UK, there's no problem of streaming it online, all the episodes, because IP. Um, but yeah, I've been watching it on YouTube, but it's hilarious, man. It's perfect also to sit and listen to because all they're doing is just talking. And obviously, if you want to look at them, you can look at them. But overall, it's just people talking and behaving oddly and I don't know, but it's yeah, it's funny. It's really funny for me. I love shows like that where there's actual human interaction, right? And it's not some sort of acting or bad acting. And I like the idea of the show, and it's fun to see how some people actually are, and 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 how people are very different from me in that sense that like how certain people are behaving and or saying um, or I can only transpose myself if I would do the same thing, but so many situations where it's just like, what are you doing? It's good fun. Kuru, you can't watch stuff like that. I have to watch stuff like that. I enjoy it too much. The cringe sometimes is physical, like a physical cringe, but I like it. I find it funny to see how people are acting. There's this one couple that were super cute, like obviously almost virgins. Like the guy was first time ever on a date, uh, and the girl was very innocent and she wanted the gentleman's and she had only been dating assholes according to her and all these things and when they met, they said like, "How are you?" 7 times each, with like stress and nervousness, like, "How are you? How nice to meet you." Oh no, yeah, nice to meet you. That's so nice to meet you. Oh, so nice to meet you. Over and over again. Oh man, it was so good. I was laughing and cringing. Oh, funny. That's really for me good. Good listening, uh, like background noise. People on dates explaining things and talking about things and failing at things and it's very interesting. It's almost like the uh, background noise in a public space, that you can hear discussions going on. Uh, for me, it helps me really to focus. Like when there's coherency, but it's also not the sound level never really changes. It's not like a sudden bang or action scene in a movie or anything. It's just people talking. It's good distraction. Hey, good morning, Atananuk. Welcome. Thanks, Atananuk. Yeah, you can say it's a lava bug. The topic is glow on the horizon. So I kind of thought like this some sort of firebugs or a huge thing coming. I don't know. It's exploration. But yeah, thanks for coming. Guru, yeah, you should. You should definitely go and have a look and educate yourself of do's and not uh, do's and don'ts of dating. If you're ever gonna go on a date, obviously. Sorry, I'm gonna cough. My apologies for the cough. I still have a little bit of a cold from my daughter. She's still home, ill. So she's, yeah, probably this week it'll be all gone. Hopefully. Eric, yeah, it is. It is. It is good fun. But also, you see some really successful people go on a date, and there was one couple who like instantly hit it off, and you could see they were like so turned on each other, and they more or less just went to the hotel or something straight after. You could definitely see it, and they were more or less. Have you seen Bring Him to the Greek? That movie with um, mm, not the name escapes my mind. Anyways, it's a comedy about this rock star and music agent who needs to get him to the gig. Anyways, and there's the music uh, owner of the music label, which is Puff Daddy. He says you have to mindfuck uh, the artist, and that was exactly what that couple were doing while they were eating. They were just, you could see it. It was such a cool thing in a way to be a part of, to see, and how fantastic it is for people that it can just work that well, like a blind date, and they just want to leave, and go and do their business. Instant attraction. Everything was like sinking. You could see it on them while they were sitting there. It's fun, and other people where it goes polar opposite. Even um, like a couple of one woman walked off the date like, nope, like I've had enough, went away, and that's also like can't be a can't be a boost for the confidence. But to be fair, the guy acted like an asshole on that day. Um, but like I said, it's super fun to watch and listen to. So the TV show is called First Dates, and there's also apparently or supposedly First Dates Australia and First Dates New Zealand. So obviously they kind of branched out. Best cool at Atananuk. Okay, so time's up. I'm just gonna do some last minute color dodging, just to kind of bring some uh, change into the gradients of the colors, but not try to move out of the palette. Just kind of bringing it to life a little bit more. So that's it. This is today's damage. Glow on the Horizon by Atsuki. Became some sort of monster that's burning. Yeah, Rick, you should try to find it online if you can buy it or subscribe somewhere or find it on YouTube. But it's really good. It's really funny. Thanks, Kuru. Thanks everyone for coming. Have a fantastic day, evening. Thanks everyone for coming on Saturday, having fun, hanging out, and see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Here comes the outro, as per usual.